What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about two big moves, EuroCAD and GBP/NZD. Both of them potential trade opportunities, but the focus today is not going to be on the winning trades that I had like you saw in the previous two videos, but today we're going to talk about me sitting on my hands and missing, with air quotes, missing these trade opportunities. It's really important that we define very clearly, that we get on the same page about what it really means to miss a trading opportunity. Because I think very often, I do it, Riley checked me today, very often all of us will say we missed trading opportunities, but we don't necessarily want to do that when we're following our rules to stay on the sidelines. You don't want to call that a miss. So today, I'm going to break down GBP/NZD for you, the one that I said I missed before Riley checked me and put me in my place saying that's not a miss because it wasn't a great setup. That's why you weren't in it to begin with. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to break down EuroCAD. We're going to talk about how to prevent FOMO, because I think very often people will get caught chasing a move, seeing a huge drop, huge rise on whatever you're looking at, and you want to be involved in that. You want some of that action, and that can really lead to a lot of damage in your trading account. So first, let's take a look at GBP/NZD. So this morning, there were two major issues with the trade. If you've been following the videos here in December, you know we've been doing a video every single day since December 1st. We talked a lot so far this month about divergence and the Asian range. Now here on this pair, those two parameters were both still in play. It was still trading basically within the Asian range, which is the box that you use. You measure wick high to wick low of the first 8 hours of the day to define that box. So you can see basically trading within that range using the low from yesterday as the bottom, right? And you can also see, if you look back at yesterday, divergence here from the RSI low set to today's price action low. So you could draw it multiple ways, but either way, you're going to see divergence present here. Falling price action, rising RSI. Now, that led me to think, okay, first, we are short biased. TDI says sell it, EMA say sell it. We would stay short biased more likely than not, especially because of the push down yesterday. However, trading inside the Asian range and with divergence present, I knew that if I took a short position here, that I could potentially lose, and I would say, wait a minute, why did I trade with two parameters not being as good as they could be when I'm supposed to be being really picky this week before Christmas next week? So it would have been really stupid for me to take this trade and lose it. That's why I graded it a C setup, and that's why I didn't get involved. But as the morning developed and we saw the entry present, we see the candles start to move in the direction that we knew they would, they never came back basically. Once it took off and it held the 8 EMA from 6, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, it just fell. And it's still, even into basically the end of the New York session, as it started to wrap up 10:30, 11 o'clock, was still falling. So here, where it ended the day basically, now at 12:30 in the afternoon, you can see much lower than where I was looking to go short. However, I still stayed on the sidelines. You saw the P&L, I was flat today. So when you look at a move like this and it happens and you see it in hindsight and you say, well, I missed that move, it's very important that you go back to why weren't you in the trade. And if you followed your rules like I did to not be in the trade because you're being picky, and here, like I just showed you, there were two parameters that were wrong with it, then I was right to be on the sideline and not be involved in the move. So it's wrong to call it a miss, because that'll beat yourself, whether it's you saying it to you or me saying it to me, whatever it is, that'll beat you down negatively more than I think you need to be, because you followed the rules here. I followed the rules here to stay on the sideline in this situation. This trade could have definitely been better. The short bias was very clear, but for me, it was better to stay on the sideline. So that's GBP/NZD, and I hope you understand there why I'm not defining it so much as a miss, just as me following my rules, reading the direction really well, not liking the setup enough to put money on it going into Christmas next week. I've been very picky so far this week. I'm up almost 3% on the week, so you want to keep that rolling, and that's only come because I'm sticking to the rules very well. Normally, I'm not going to trade something with two parameters broken. Now, here's EuroCAD. I want to just talk about this briefly. You see this moved off the 800 EMA, off the 50 EMA, this unbelievable drop today. 95 pips so far from the 800 EMA. And that was only at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So just in not a lot of time, really, just about 10 hours, you see about 100 pips. So for this pair, that's a lot. A lot of people woke up and they said that they wanted to try to buy it here off the bottom, try to call the bottom. Some people, felt as though they missed out on this move. They wanted to make something of this and they thought they had the bottom. Some people wanted to jump in short there. They wanted to see if they could potentially catch more movement to the downside after the initial push this morning. For me, because it never presented a solid entry signal that pulled back to the 21 EMA, that pulled back to the 50, to a significant level that I could then trade off of, there was no reason for me to be trying to long or short this trade, so I stayed away from it. I just didn't play it. To me, the entry was up here off the 50, but I was not awake. It was at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I was just on the sideline for this thing. We knew the short bias was there. If you look at the higher time frames, clearly from yesterday, short bias moving lower, breaking through the EMAs, the 4-hour moving lower under the 800. So you see the short bias is there on all the time frames. So even there, when the short bias is present, no entry signal, I'm not playing. So it's important that even this, you don't call it a miss. The point of this video that I want to get across to you guys today is that, yes, you can identify direction all the time, especially when you use indicators like I'm teaching you guys how to do. Knowing direction doesn't make you money. Being right on direction doesn't make you money. You got to have the right timing. And if you don't have all the parameters lined up for you, like GBP NZD did not here, and like EuroCAD just wasn't correct for me here when I was awake, then you just have to stay on the sidelines and sit on your hands. It's a big issue for new traders. Everybody thinks that they want to play. Everybody has to be in a trade every day. It's the furthest thing from the truth. You're going to make way more money being way pickier and then getting bigger in the trades that help make you the most money. So keep that in mind as you go forward into the week. We still got 2 trading days left before Christmas week. You guys know next week is going to be very slow. I'll probably take off most of the week, if not all of the week. So we're going to try to stay very focused. Today was good. I'm glad some of the people in our room made money short GN. That's fine. You had a great entry, you took the risk, you knew that it wasn't a great setup, that's great. But for me, I'm happy with that I followed my rules too, and I hope that that sets a good example for you guys going forward. If you have any questions, if there's anything that I could, make more clear for you guys on today's video, please just drop a comment down below, and I will see you all in tomorrow's trading video.